You have
Well, geez, Ryan.
nothing to apologize. I do that like every week. Hi, Ryan. How was your show?
And when we're saying over on time, what do we mean by that? Because I feel like we all just tend to go 2 to 3 minutes over, and Ashley's like, Courtney, it's time to stop talking because we're done. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm sorry. I just want to show you one more cool thing.
I'm like, all right, Courtney, it's quiet time now.
Well, there's something to having so much prep time for something, and you're like, I spent a lot of time trying to figure this out, and I've done it, and I want to share with you, and I want to give it the time it deserves.
I understand.
Yeah.
And you're just a very giving person. I went till 2:01. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
see, that's it. That's the cutoff. 30 seconds is where it stops. Any more than that. Yes, I do know that from our YouTube comments. Hello, Keith.
Penny Doodles, Jacob, Keith, Ryan. How are we on this fine Wednesday?
I was going to say Friday. Whoa.
Keith, did you get more snow? It is currently 84 degrees here in LA. I think today it's supposed to hit 98. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, it was, I think 3 digits was predicted for today.
Larianne, hello. Umo, good evening.
Hello.
Yeah, I think it hit 101 yesterday, which is just really fun to have in winter. Hi, Fedor. Welcome.
In the winter time.
And
Hello.
happy Wednesday. Hi, I'm Ashleigh. This is Courtney. We are CA in LA. Also, very, very excited to be here for week 2 of the Cinema Collective here on Adobe Live's YouTube. Dude, I wish it was Friday. I have a bunch of things due by end of day tomorrow. You got this, Ryan. Yep, 101.
We understand. We have a lot of things due too. We're like, oh.
Yeah, we have several things that are due. So totally feel you. But you know what? We are all going to get everything turned in, not only on time, but ahead of schedule.
Early.
I have faith there will
Early.
be no tech problems.
No.
It's going to be beautiful. It's 36 degrees here, totally.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Trade views?
It's pouring right now. Okay, please stay safe. Please stay safe.
You did? I don't know if it was per our recommendation, but would love to hear your thoughts.
Absolutely, wait.
If I had to guess, you were probably fine. You probably thought it was fine.
30 degrees in Pennsylvania with 15-mile-an-hour wind. Oh my gosh. So it cuts right through you. Yeah.
Oof.
Would you say that that's straight to the bone, or is that still an acceptable amount of wind? Because we're from Maryland, and Maryland wind, oh my gosh, when it got you, it got you. But New York wind, also the same.
It's the wind tunnels. I can't.
Yeah.
Oof.
Hi, Santa Fe Audiovisual.
Hello.
We hope you're having a lovely day. We're going to go ahead and kick things off over here.
Yeah, we are.
Here we are.
Here
over
it is.
here. Okay, so last week, Chris Nolan was 98 here on Sunday.
Ooh.
Then 36 on Tuesday.
Ooh.
Pick a lane, Texas.
I feel that.
Ooh, yeah,
That's brutal.
so all of this is to say, everybody, no matter where you are, stay hydrated. Make sure that you are getting some sleep, because it's prime for everybody to get sick. And we want you all to be very healthy for the first day of spring. That's so weird. But it's so soon. Wait, you said the scariest movie you'd ever seen. That's a recommendation, in my opinion.
Okay, fair.
There you go, Court.
Ugh. Ugh. It's just, ugh.
Wait, I'm really excited to hear what you have to say about it.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so last week we went over some film updates and new features in Premiere, and we asked as our week 1 challenge that you join us on Adobe Live.
It's true.
For YouTube.
And now you're here.
And here you are.
Congratulations.
You did it. Gold stars for everybody. Wait, I agree. That sounds like a wreck to me.
Yeah.
Question 1. First question. Did we watch the Oscars?
Are we keeping up? What did we think?
We didn't watch the Oscars because we don't have television like that, and then we aren't subscribed on the fancy
proper
things.
one.
So we were checking socials and then refreshing the Academy official page to see as people won. But that's
Which
all
is interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, what do we think? We're just I think you should talk about the predictions and where we were at with that.
Oh yeah, that's
Which I'm sure is a slide.
That's coming in a little. Did
Right.
you watch my recap though? We have been watching all of your reels, Ryan, and let me tell you, we are so proud of you and
doing
all
the
of the
most.
work that you're doing. You've
And
really locked in.
Just in case anyone here was wondering, Ryan is not AI.
Ryan is not AI.
He is a real person. Okay. We know this. You can trust us.
Goodness, Ryan. That was abysmal. And
I did not watch. That's fair.
Reminder, give this video a thumbs up. That's right. Please give this video a thumbs up. It
Do
goes a long way, not only with the algorithm, but for our self-esteem.
Yep.
And so either way, it's helping.
I'm going to just go in with all of our accounts and
Ooh.
like them all.
Ooh, Ryan, I love that. I don't know if you want to start that though.
prove it. We can prove it.
Thrish says, did not watch. Vidor, don't have cable. I watched the Conan opening after the show. He fully commits.
He does.
Yeah.
And I respect that.
The main anecdote that I have from the Oscars is that it takes place in the same area, in the same center that there's a Dave & Buster's. And after the Oscars, they just rip up that red carpet and throw it in a dumpster. And a lot of people this year have been like, you know what? I do need a new carpet. And so people have been going down, real talk, to where the Oscars are hosted and just cutting themselves a piece off of the red carpet.
Look, I respect it.
Yeah. Conan did an extraordinary job on opening this year. Yeah, I agree.
It's the rugs. I love it.
It is the rugs. It was fascinating, but
And it's just going to go in a landfill somewhere.
yeah. So I love the repurposing. It's great. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. We will talk about the Oscars in a little bit because I did have predictions for Courtney and I, and we want to
Share them.
come back to that. Why don't they host the show at Dave & Buster's? That's a great question,
Michael
Ryan.
B. Jordan went to an In-N-Out after.
Yeah, go for it.
It
I
was
guess.
a real thing. A big deal.
Yeah, it was a really big deal that Michael B. Jordan, after his win, went and celebrated at an In-N-Out.
Right.
It was pretty spectacular.
I mean, good. I don't think that In-N-Out is that great. But why would you not want to celebrate a win with some just hearty, good food that means something to you? Or even
That's
if
right.
it doesn't, you just like the food. Do
It's LA. Reduce, reuse, recarpet. That's right, Vidor.
right.
That's right.
I think it's really thrifty. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we love a good dumpster dive for good stuff. The reuse part of reduce, reuse, recycle. Oh my
Yep.
gosh. Keith
Yep.
and Vidor on the same page
You
here.
have it.
Loving it. The ballet dancer during the Sinners I Lied to You song was brilliant. Cut to Timmy.
Timmy is a whole mood. And like throughout all of the Oscars, and the verbiage around his temperament I find so accurate. I'm not going to say it here, but it's just like, yeah, that's exactly how this reads.
Yeah. Misty Copeland coming out of retirement to dance during Sinners. Original song, beautiful, extraordinary. I will tell you though, it was really beautiful that Timmy united ballet and opera communities, and that I do think people that would not have normally gone really got to use that 20% discount to see shows and to see art forms that they might not have otherwise. So
Yeah, they just made it more accessible.
thank you, Timmy.
Right.
Keith and I share a brain cell. That's right, Vidor. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You do tend to be on the same page quite a bit.
It's really impressive.
It is.
Okay, so some shows that are new on streaming. We've got Imperfect Women. It is 8 episodes. It's a psychological thriller on Apple TV today. After a murder shatters the lives of 3 friends, their decades-long bond is tested when an investigation reveals shocking truths.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. Next. Also, hold on. Let's talk about this cast. Kate Mara, Elizabeth Moss, Kerry Washington. What are we about to get here? We watched the trailer and I'm intrigued.
It's going to be a lot of appropriate staring.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of like,
Yeah.
Face cards.
Right. And then Kerry Washington just delivering a cut to someone's ego somewhere in there because she just does it so well.
She's so good.
Man.
I didn't know that there was going to be a Jury Duty season 2, and I was wondering how they were going to pull it off. For those of you that did not watch the original Jury Duty, everybody was an actor, and it was jury duty. And there was one person that was not in on the fact that this was all an actor, and that's who their lead was. So,
and then he was given a TV deal.
He was given a TV
for having nothing to do with film.
TV deal, nothing to do with film. Really awesome stuff here.
Yeah.
So season 2 is premiering on March 20th on Friday over on Amazon Prime Video, if you will. And this season is about a company retreat, and the individual that is in color is the lead. Anthony, a temp at a hot sauce company, attends a corporate retreat. As the founder prepares to step down, the getaway transforms into a clash between corporate ambitions and small business values. Unbeknownst to Anthony, it's all staged. I know, that poor guy. Shooketh.
I would not want to be in a situation like that.
I completely agree with that. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Steel Ball Run. So this is an action adventure fantasy anime. What's interesting about this is that they have no idea how many episodes this is going to be. It's estimated to be 40 plus episodes.
Oh, the original guy. Yeah. Well.
So March 19th, tomorrow, it'll be on Netflix, episode 1. And a paraplegic ex-jockey joins forces with an outlaw to compete in the first cross-continental horse race across North America in the 1800s.
Interesting.
Is anyone interested in this? Anyone have this on their watch list? I'm fascinated that it's going to be a 40-plus episode season.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
My favorite part of last season was when they broke down all the production setup, hidden cameras and stuff. I hope they lean more into it again. I am so impressed by how they hide cameras, because that was my first thing. It's like, what do you mean this person didn't know they were on a TV show? What do you mean?
So fascinating.
I'm equally impressed by it. Hi, Jacob. Now we're talking. And I'm definitely not biased. Hey.
This is the best show on earth, and I'm
Thank you.
not biased. The actual content of this show is insane. The president is looking for the bones of Jesus Christ to give you some more lore. Oh, yeah, that's completely...
Wait, are we talking about this?
This show.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Are you talking about the company retreat?
No. It was just that I was confused.
Where were you? Where did you think that this was?
Actually, I don't know.
Oh, okay.
She gone. just leave me here or wherever that was. No, that's not good. I'm here. I'm good. I'm on board and caught up. Okay.
I had a lot of friends who were really into JoJo stuff, but have never seen it. Yeah, I was very interested when I saw this in the list of shows that are upcoming. So I'm glad this could pass as real life now, Coat. It's true.
Hey, I've heard that.
Now, I'm new to streaming as far as films go, include Wicked for Good, Wicked 2.
Who saw the first one?
And it is a musical fantasy that clocks in at 2 hours and 17 minutes. And over on Peacock on Friday, you'll have access to 3 different versions, including a normal one, a sing-along version, and a director's commentary.
Oh, wow.
This is pretty new that they're releasing multiple versions of films. So check it out.
I am sure, and Ryan, this specifically for you, but I don't know if you went out to see it, but if you did, I'm sure it was just insufferable that there was not a single screening you could have gone to that people were not singing, considering where you are.
Clock it.
Oh my God. Because they had to do specific screenings that were like, all right, if you must sing, these are the ones to go to. And if you just want to watch it without the person behind you having their debut as an artist, these are the screenings that are good to go to.
Oh, it's just people are really excited about it.
Right. But I think that it is also, I like that they split them up. Like, if you must sing, these are the ones where all of you can sing together.
The Annoyed Flamingo Media. Hello. Hoping for another dope demonstration. You just wait. I'm trying to speed run all of this so that Courtney can show you all of these magnificent things.
You don't need a speed run.
That she's got prepared. Oh, I do, because I do. And then on March 20th, Peaky Blinders, which was in theaters and is still in some theaters, will be on Netflix again on Friday. It's a historical crime drama that clocks in at an hour and 52 minutes. During World War II, Tommy Shelby returns to a bombed Birmingham and becomes involved in secret wartime missions based on true events, facing new threats as he reckons with his past and rising national stakes.
Whoa.
Is this national treasure? I don't know. It's actually
What a
Peaky
solid movie.
Blinders. I know. National treasure 1 or 2. You decide. Birmingham still looked the same pretty much until the 90s, Umo said. Don't make me sing.
Would love to hear you sing.
Absolutely. In theaters this weekend, we've got Project Hail Mary with the beautiful blue-eyed Ryan Gosling.
He's had a heck of a career.
He
really
sure
credited.
has.
That's awesome.
It makes sense why he was on Saturday Night Live now. It comes in at 2 hours and 36 minutes based off a wildly successful book. And I know a lot of people are really excited to see this because of the directing team behind it. Science teacher Ryland Grace wakes up alone on a spaceship light years from Earth. As his memory returns, he uncovers a mission to stop a mysterious substance killing the sun and save Earth. An unexpected friendship may be the key.
And this was the one that Jacob said before watching the before reading the book, you watched the trailer and the trailer had spoilers in it.
Yeah.
I read this book on my honeymoon. You did. Okay, so what did you think of it, Ryan?
I really hope that it lives up to all the hype. My heart can't take any more injustice.
Right. The outrage against Timothée Chalamet seems so misplaced. He's right. Ballet and opera are dying. I suspect that Timothy's comments result in more tickets sold since Black Swan. It was more like he wasn't stating a fact. It was everything that surrounded said fact, that it was more like, yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to be stuck doing like these dying art forms. It was the way in which he said it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it was the grin. It was the
I don't want to be stuck doing things that don't matter.
The temperament.
Is what he said.
It's very elitist.
Right.
It didn't feel good, you know. Then Matthew McConaughey's like, what are we doing? I really liked the book. It was written by the same author as The Martian.
Oh, okay.
So he did some of his thing when he gets too sciencey and mathy, but that's his shtick.
Right. The second half of the book is really good. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, you know what you're getting
Hi,
into.
JC.
So he really likes space and loneliness. And then man save.
Man, space, loneliness.
Man, space, loneliness, but not quite passengers.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Different.
Marked by Sophia, if you're in the AAA 24 club, you just got a ticket to see this film for this coming week. And or maybe next weekend. But the AAA 24 club, they give you a ticket to see a bunch of their releases every time there's an A24 release in theaters. So that's definitely something to check out if you're interested. But Marked by Sophia is an intimate, unconventional portrait of Marc Jacobs crafted by Sofia Coppola to capture the genius and singular universe of the iconic American fashion designer. Ooh. Passengers was its own kind of creepy. Yes, it was. Mini Monstera, Project Hail Mary seems cute. That's good. Yeah, I agree. It does look cute.
And I struggle with visualizing some of the abstract stuff, so I'm excited to see how wildly off I am. Like when I saw Hunger Games 2 Arena, reading the Hunger Games and then watching it, I was like, wow, yeah,
They really did a great job. Didn't see any of her outfits coming.
No, I didn't know what to expect.
Really beautiful stuff.
Good on them.
Truly. And horror is really having a resurgence. I don't think that horror has ever had as much of a moment as it's having right now on the main stage, especially with Weapons having won for Best Supporting Actress. Huge. So Ready or Not 2, I didn't see one, nor am I familiar with one, but apparently this is even more wild than one, if you've seen Ready or Not. After surviving one deadly game, Grace and her sister Faith must now outrun 4 rival families competing for a powerful throne. Winner takes all.
Who's seen the first one?
And then another horror. This is a very indie film and it's a very limited release, but I think I did see that it is available on VOD and limited release, but it is a horror clocking in at an hour 31. A group of explorers investigate an old abandoned hotel, encountering a strange supernatural being and a competing group searching for a legendary hidden treasure.
Whoa.
Maybe Jesus Christ's bones. Just kidding. That's from the other TV show.
Oh my gosh, I also saw a giant Thanksgiving cornucopia. Nobody else used that word unless it was around Thanksgiving. So to hear it outside of that context in Hunger Games, you're like, yeah, okay. I know what I'm getting.
Or you think about the Fruit of the Loom logo.
Because it was in it.
I don't care.
It was there.
I subscribe to that.
Hi, Arco.
Hi, Arco. That heart reminds me of another heart, and thank you. How are you this fine Wednesday? Weapons is an awesome case study of cultural language. The iconic run was great, Ryan says. Umo, Do Not Enter reminds me Trivia Murder Party 3 is in beta soon.
Oh, bud. Yes, that's exciting.
Ryan, you are going to see who we voted for best editing in just a moment. Ready or Not was great. More comedy action than horror, in my opinion.
Okay.
Interesting, Wade. Okay. Fascinating. Okay, so more comedy action than horror. Okay, so I feel like we could probably watch it and we would be safe. Because straight horror can't do that. But a comedy with it, love that. Do you agree with One Battle After Another? It was edited really, really well.
Yeah.
And I will say F1 also was edited really, really well. The editing this year, extraordinary.
The cornucopia was in a past version of the Fruit of the Loom logo. Right, it was. And then people trying to tell us it wasn't. It's like, just because you removed all of that from the internet for people to find doesn't mean it wasn't there.
Oh, yeah, you'd be safe. Thanks, Wade.
Okay, thank you.
Good to know. Okay,
Oh
so
my goodness.
surprisingly, this was a big week for new trailers in series. So both Dune and Spider-Man released new trailers. Dune released it earlier this week. Spider-Man released theirs today, and they'll be slow dripping out more clips and scenes from Spider-Man as the day progresses. So check it out if you're interested. I know Tom Holland, Zendaya. Apparently Timmy is not in the Dune trailer. I don't know what that's about, but he's like in the photo. So
I was thinking maybe he's moved on. I don't know.
Can't
But apparently
watch.
not.
Can't watch any trailers. Everything is spoiled in them.
I just talked about Dune literally last night. I'm not really a horror guy, but Ready or Not is really fun. So I'm looking forward to this new one Chris Nolan says. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's two of y'all that are recommending it. So I'm excited to check it out. We're both
Ryan.
married men. It would never work out. That's right. How many Dunes are there going to be? Dennis just went on record as clips have been dropping from Dune and said, "This is it for me. I'm out." And everyone was like, cool, same, sis.
Us too. Like we could have done without part 2.
But it looks
Or we could
really,
have
really,
stopped at part 2 rather.
really interesting. So Dune, Spider-Man. And Spider-Man comes out July 31st. So in time for a summer blockbuster, where Dune is aiming for that Christmas holiday release. Seeing these trailers side by side was quite something.
In what way?
I agree, Jacob. It was very fascinating. I love that Dune doesn't look like any other sci-fi aesthetic. I think that's my biggest takeaway. I really appreciate it not looking like Star Wars or Star Trek.
I agree with that.
Truly. And what's also special about Dune is just the scale. We are not getting to experience epics the way that we used to. And that's something fantastic about Dennis. And I'm glad that he is wrapping up Dune so he can get back to making films like Arrival, personally.
Oh, that movie was so good.
JC, the outrage is not misplaced. It shows how unaware that he is. Ballet and opera mediums just happen to be more international and global. Those shows are always sold out. So someone's going. M-Rock! Hello. How are you? I have enjoyed the Dune movies.
And Arco, they don't want to be signed up for 20 years of the Dune cinematic universe.
Understand.
I mean, yeah, their location of choice, which is desert, I guess can only really take you so far. Hence the name, being Dune.
Yeah, Arrival, right?
It was so good. It was so good.
Loved it.
It is lengthy, but it's beautiful.
But
if you haven't seen it, just give yourself one watch.
But also, Arrival, in my opinion, is one of those films that needs to be a slow build because, spoiler if you haven't seen it, it's about aliens invading, and it's talking, it's making a really, really large conversation palpable and understandable to humans of just what would the size and scale of this be if it wasn't Will Smith saving the day during Independence Day.
Right.
So I don't know. I really enjoyed Arrival.
I did too.
It has to be slow. Yeah.
Right. Jacob says, I think there's quite a quality jump between the two. I never want to bash on Marvel, but also like 2008 Marvel and 2026 Marvel feels not scaled. That's a great way of putting that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I know that this is a hot take. I really enjoyed the Marvel lineup of like pre-2010. I really enjoyed Sam Raimi's Spider-Man just because of like the personality that was brought to that. And same with Nolan's Batmans. Those felt like something.
They weren't so formulaic.
And then
than what Marvel is now.
What else? X-Men. I really liked X-Men.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Oscar winners, let's talk about this freaking historic night, okay? Autumn Durald Arpaw made history, becoming not only the first woman, but also the first woman of color to win Best Cinematography for her work on Sinners. How freaking exciting. And during her speech, she asked all of the women in the room to stand up. In pottery class last night, our class is very full of women, and a lot of them work in the industry, and said that at their individual watch parties that all of them stood up too, and that like
so cool.
the rooms that they were in, so many women were standing when she asked for everyone to stand in the room. So like how special and how
that's amazing.
Historical of a moment to share with all of our fellow women. Yeah, it was really beautiful. So if you haven't seen Sinners, something really special about Sinners is that Autumn shot Sinners on 65 millimeter film using a combination of IMAX 15 perf and Ultra Panavision 70 cameras, making her the first woman director of photography to shoot any movie on large format IMAX film. And for the record, only 15 films in history have ever used large format IMAX film, with Christopher Nolan, who's in chat right now, with Christopher Nolan being the precedent for most of his films having been filmed on large format IMAX, with Oppenheimer being the only one of his films that was completely filmed on large format IMAX. So not only did Sinners make history for being completely filmed on large format IMAX film, which Ryan Coogler has an amazing masterclass on the difference of film stock and about perspective and aspect ratio. It's so good. It's like 10 minutes long. But how cool. Yes, very familiar with Autumn's work. I'm Filipino, she's Filipino, and to just see, and Ryan Coogler always works with women cinematographers. And yeah, Autumn's attention to detail and her kindness when it comes to mentoring other cinematographers and young creators is unprecedented. So she's just a lovely woman. Her work is insane. Go check it out. Didn't realize it was such a limited class that had filmed on it. When I saw that statistic, I was like, that's impressive. But let's compare that to how many films have actually used large format IMAX film.
Yeah.
And to find out that it's like Oppenheimer and Sinners that have been filmed, the entire film. Everything else has just been like little pieces here and there. Hunger Games actually used it in some of their sequences, but the reason that filmmakers will use different types of film and different types of perspective is to change the look and the feel of those individual scenes. So you will have films that use a variety of different cameras to really take advantage of different perspectives. That trash movie with The Rock taking one of those 15 spots. Vidor, isn't it wild? I was gonna list it and I was just like,
don't give it airtime.
y'all can go on a scavenger hunt if you're interested. Superb. Yes, didn't realize it was such a limited class that had filmed. And let's not get hasty with the trash assessment of The Rock. As far as the awards went, Sinners had the most nominations of any film ever at 16, and they ended up taking home 4 awards, including Best Actor for Michael B. Jordan, Best Cinematography for Autumn Gerald Arkapaw, Ryan Coogler for Best Original Screenplay, and Ludwig Göransson for Best Original Score.
That man is so decorated with his composing.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
He's so good.
I'm so happy for this movie that it was given its flowers.
Yeah.
Really.
And just like something that really sent this home as a experience was watching how much they enjoyed working with each other. And you can see that level of joy when they're all speaking about one another. And then Ryan grabbing Autumn's son so that he could see the moment of his mom making history. Oh, I was tearing
sobbing.
Other Oscar winners, Paul Thomas Anderson. This man has been nominated 14 times over his 30-year career, and his political thriller One Battle After Another, which is available on HBO Max, took home 6 Oscars, including Best Picture, Best Director, Best Adapted Screenplay, which was Anderson's first win in his 14 nominations.
Which is awesome.
14 nominations?
He got it.
Who are you, Diane Warren? Poor thing.
Oh.
Diane Warren has been competing to win Best Original Song and has just not succeeded. This was her 16th time, and it was even for a documentary that she made about herself, and she didn't win. This is the first year that there was a new category introduced, and no, it wasn't Best Stunts. It's Best Casting, and it went to One Battle After Another, which I completely agree. What a stacked cast.
Yeah, I think that Best Casting should absolutely go, but there should be one for stunts. Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Oh my gosh.
And then Tom Cruise will be like, it's about time.
Me? No, not you. What's your honest take on the movie Sinners? I truly wasn't impressed. I've seen way better vamp movies, Near Dark, Daybreakers, to name a few.
This is a great question, and thank you so much for your for sharing your perspective. I really loved the originalness of the concept. I loved the what is it called? The way that everything came together. I loved the direction of it. I loved the pacing, and as a film and original story, it truly was on a level, a playing field of its own, making a very rich commentary on history and really bringing in race and power and the complexities that all go one in of itself together.
And excuse me, the technicality of filmmaking was really exceptionally done. So Ashley and I are watching films so much more for its well-roundedness as opposed to just its storyline.
Yeah. So if you have it in you to watch it again, I would highly recommend watching some of the behind the scenes clips of how they filmed a lot of it, because it's a masterclass in the doubling of Michael B. Jordan playing both of these characters, the nuances and intricacies that everybody brought to their performances. And yes, I would agree that it's not necessarily a vampire film. So if you're open to watching it again, definitely do it, because it will be a different film when you watch it and remove what you understand the film to be right now.
Right.
Yeah. It was one, if there was one for Best Stumps, Tom Cruise would absolutely deserve it.
Yeah. He does a good job.
Finally, Warner Brothers was the biggest studio winner of the night, taking home 11 total Oscars across One Battle After Another, Sinners, and Weapons. You hear what I'm saying? 3 original concepts. Warner Brothers, please. Netflix followed with
Let's
7
take the proper lesson
wins.
away from that one. Yes.
Yeah. Annoyed Flamingo, I think the way that Courtney and I really like to approach film, TV shows, all of that is, even if we don't love the film, we try to understand the craft and the technicality that went into creating it, because all of these films are an absolute stunning feat to get across the finish line. And to just
especially right now.
Yeah, just to see original voices and to see we play a game of like, oh, okay, if we don't like the actor who's in this role, who would we cast? Or if we didn't like this choice that they made, what choice would we make? What does the costuming? What about the lighting? What about the cinematography? So totally feel you about not vibing with films.
And what is it informing? Like Begonia is a beautiful example. While we were like, oh my gosh, absolutely loved it, would watch it 1,000 times over, we really appreciate that such a bold swing is on mainstream. We need that. So like, what is it saying about the industry and the state of the world with what we are seeing come out? So the fact that filmmakers are being brave enough to step out and not fall into a formula will make us certainly enjoy a movie more.
Truly. That's how Vidor says to Mini Monster, that's how I interpreted it. It was being terrorized by people that change. I saw it all as a euphemism for other vices. JC, yeah, I didn't watch Sinners at first because I assumed it was a vampire movie, but I'm glad I watched it because it was so much more than that.
Nice.
I feel that even I don't like it. I respect the choices made, however critical of them I am. For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. So our Oscar predictions from last week, we said that Best Picture was going to go to Sinners. It ended up going to One Battle After Another. And for casting, we said it was going to go to Sinners. Can you tell we had a favorite? And it ended up going to One Battle After Another. However, we were right on all of the middle categories of Best Original Score, Sinners, Best Director, PTA, Best Actor, Michael B. Jordan, Best Actress, Jessie Buckley, Best Supporting Actor, Sean Penn, Best Supporting Actress, Amy Madigan, who I had no idea was married to Ed Harris.
Oh. First time.
Yeah.
Okay.
But again, Amy Madigan's for Weapons, this is one of the first times in history that a horror film was recognized for one of the 4 major awards. So that's a really, really big deal.
It is a big deal. Maryland is screaming.
Best Original Screenplay went to Ryan Coogler for Sinners, and Best Adapted Screenplay went to PTA for One Battle After Another. And then we got Best International Feature Film wrong. We thought it would be The Secret Agent and ended up being Sentimental Value. And Best Documentary we thought was going to go to Perfect Neighbor, but went to Mr. Nobody Against Putin. However, we were right on Best Animated Feature being K-Pop Demon Hunters. Best Cinematography going to Autumn for Sinners. Best Editing, One Battle After Another. Production Design, Costume Design, Hair and Makeup all going to Frankenstein.
Makes sense.
Original Song going to Golden from K-Pop Demon Hunters. Best Sound going to F1 the movie, and Best Visual Effects going to Avatar Fire and Ice. So we were 17 out of 21 right. Ash.
Yeah, something like that. 17 out of 21. It's good odds.
It was. I was really proud. Putting this on Discord.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. But I highly, highly recommend when you are watching these films, if you haven't seen these films, One Battle After Another and Sinners are the 2 films I would highly recommend checking out just to see what came out last year and what was heralded and truly did work at the Academy. Crushed the predictions. I was pretty proud.
Yeah.
I passed.
You did.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna speed through these so that Courtney can get to these tutorials. South by Southwest is wrapping up today. In fact, awards are announced tonight, 7:30 p.m. Central.
Almost.
South by just celebrated its 40th year in run, but this is the 33rd year that they had a film and music convention. This was the first year running as a condensed 7-day event with film, music, and the tech conference all happening simultaneously instead of being in chunks as it has traditionally been done. It does also have a new parent company, so we will see how things went. Prayers and thoughts to everyone who is leaving Austin because it's been wild. Ryan, I've seen more about how bad the Austin airport is than about anything at South by.
And absolutely not.
And normally it's really loud with music performances and breaking films. The only film that I saw a lot of buzz about was Boots Riley's I Love Boosters. So if you're a Boots Riley fan, even if you're not, he always puts on such a great show. And this just looks so camp. And I love it. Yeah, something about the new parent company is that instead of having everything centralized on Main Street in Austin, as it traditionally has been, they broke everything up as to create less traffic blockades. However, they made this announcement. They made this announcement kind of late in the game. And so a lot of people that were already scheduling all of their hotel stays and stuff were a little upset. Understandable.
Understandable.
Oh, the airport's terrible. Someone said that it took 6 hours for them to get their flight and they missed.
it went all the way, like the line went outside the airport for TSA or for security check. What? I didn't have a chance to make picks this year. Next year, I'm definitely looking at y'all.
Thank you. Chris Nolan, our formula was also following. So just in case you don't know how Oscar voting works, is that if you are inducted into the Academy, let's say that I'm a director, which I am. So I would probably make it into the Academy as a director, maybe as a screenwriter. So that would mean that I only get to vote on best directing and best screenplay. So you can go and see the Directors Guild, who they have awarded, and there's a lot of crossover between the people that are in the Directors Guild versus who are in the voting pool for the directors for the Oscars. So you can usually look to all of the different individual bodies to see who's been winning and who will will likely win. I'm Darth on Twitch. I'm not that director. Oh, you are that director for us. Yeah. And thank you for letting us know.
Your name's different over here. You can be anyone you want.
That's right. Okay, so here's a quick update on Warner Brothers Discovery, because wow, this is a big week for this. So we've been following this for like 3 seasons now. Paramount Skydance is acquiring Warner Brothers Discovery in a landmark transaction valued at approximately $111 billion, one of the largest mergers in media history. Paramount, as far as networks, say that there's no plans to divest any of the legacy cable networks. This is as of this morning. Ellison said the combined linear portfolio includes CBS, CNN, TBS, TNT, Food Network, HGTV, MTV, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, and Discovery, and that he sees opportunities to reinvigorate these brands for a streaming and digital future. But on paper, this man said everything's safe. We'll see.
He says there aren't plans. That doesn't mean that plans don't change.
That's right.
You know?
Teamsters have called for a concern to DOJ's antitrust division this week, calling on the Justice Department to block the merger unless substantial and enforceable safeguards are put in place to increase domestic production and protect jobs. Teamsters President Sean O'Brien said the deal threatens the livelihoods of the very workers who built these studios into industry giants.
So there's some hopefuls?
Yeah.
Maybe? I'll believe it when I see they uphold this.
I know.
Yeah. Off the subject, since you ladies are movie buffs like myself, a movie suggestion that was beautifully done, The World According to Garp, one of Robin Williams' best.
The World According to Garp. Really excited to check that out. What is that about, if you don't mind us asking?
Yes, Santa Fe, we shall see.
Netflix co-CEO Ted Sarandos said in an interview this week that Paramount created a very loud narrative of regulatory challenge that didn't exist around the Netflix Warner Brothers deal, suggesting Paramount manufactured the antitrust concern to scare Warner Brothers Discovery away from the Netflix deal. My other slide didn't load in here for some reason, but
it could just be out of order.
Totally.
Sometimes they do that.
I do want to share this other slide because it's not in here. But David Zaslav's incentive package dropped, and he's receiving just shy of $1 billion to step down. And there are other executives that are receiving upwards of $120 million. There's at least 3 of them that are receiving $120 million as a part of this deal. So that's not going well. So in conjunction, Ted Sarandos speaking up, Teamsters speaking up, we now have the special meeting for shareholders at 8 a.m. Eastern on Friday, where shareholders will vote on the merger with Paramount Warner Brothers Discovery. This outcome will largely determine whether the deal moves forward on schedule towards a Q3 close. So next Wednesday, we're going to have a lot of insight into where this whole thing is heading. Timmy should have mentioned news as being dead too, Vidor says. DOJ going to get right on that. I stand with Teamster O'Brien, is pretty solid guy for us. Keith, I have a lot of concerns about that merger and concerns about how Teamsters will be viewed on this topic given the current everything. Santa Fe Audio Visual, that is wild. Absolutely. What is one movie or TV show you would recommend and why?
Tell us.
Tell us, and Courtney's going to go over pro tips in Premiere, master clip settings, scene edit detection, auto reframe, track, matte keys.
We're actually going to skip one of those because of my time.
That's right. And I'm giving Courtney her time.
Thank you.
We've lost ya.
Oh,
We lost ya.
hold on.
Okay, we're going to find her.
Find me. Very interesting. I love that. Genius. Welcome to Cannes. Oh, Lorian, we're so glad that you're here. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Yeah, truly.
That means a lot. And I love these talks. I love the chat so much. So let me just, do you want to send me another link maybe?
No,
we're there. It's just not showing up. How fun.
It's okay. It happens.
There's no one after you. Okay, cool. So I can, if I go over 2 minutes, it will be okay.
It's like you have everything loaded in, and then she has her.
And she says no.
So we're gonna exit out of here, Court, and then.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Cool.
So let me.
I'll send you. We'll do the same thing.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool.
That sounds good.
Love that.
I will await your link. Any recommendations for actually scary movies? Ugh. Anything watching the mind deteriorate, I'm like, that's a no for me. If you go over, you're a pure monster like me. I've heard that.
Dang.
Vidor. Oh.
I'll load up. You got it.
Okay. Vidor says, just go, or yeah, sure. Netflix got a 2.8 billion bribe to walk away from the WB deal. This is a dark timeline. Yeah, it is. Everyone's special interests are what's at play here, and it's really frustrating. Finally figured out how to switch accounts back. Welcome back. We're so glad you're able to do that. Yeah, we'll just make sure that I cover these the way that I feel I need to. They're not going to take long, but I really enjoy these little hacks because they make my life easier. So we'll see if OBS is going to cooperate with us. There we go. Hooray.
Perfect.
Okay. I did hear the undertone was decent. Yes, we just had Chris. He just watched that recently. We've heard some mixed reviews, but if you end up seeing it, would love to hear your thoughts. All right. So I want to talk about a couple things that are very, very cool. So let's say that we're in this land of vertical, and we know that everyone's like, oh, take your content and make it vertical and do all the things. Okay, but what if you are a filmmaker like Ashleigh and I, and your work is strictly horizontal? I'm going to show you how to do that in a really, really efficient way. But also, if we want to chop this up, let's say we want to make a little highlight reel for our socials, then what I have right now is I have the full string out of a short film that Ashleigh and I have done. Fully edited, just downloaded it from Vimeo, YouTube, where it comes from, and you can see that it is one single clip. I could, in theory, take my time, wait for this moment to be over, and then put a cut at the cut points. We do not want to be sitting here and doing this and adding a cut every single time there's one, and that's just going to take forever. Now imagine an entire feature being that way.
I'm also going to just jump in. The reason that you would need to do this is, let's say, for example, you are speaking at NAB and you need to cut together a highlight reel of your work, and it's going to take a really long time to go and find all the project files. So instead, you can just go into YouTube, Vimeo, wherever you have this, and load it into your timeline, and then
so what we're going to do is we're going to use scene edit detection, which is going to make all of the edits for us.
oh my gosh, stop it.
That's true. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So you make sure that your clip is selected, and we are going to go to clip, scene edit detection. You can do this a couple of different ways. Well, one, you want to apply a cut to each detected cut point, which is what I would do. There are also a couple of other options where you can create a bin of the sub clips, which you might want to do just to have them later. It's not one or the other. You can select them all if you want. So that might be helpful, or create clip marker at each detected cut point. It's up to you, but I only needed to apply it at each one. And so this is a 3-minute short film, just for everybody, for time's sake. If you have something longer, this will take a little bit longer.
There's a lot of cuts in this.
There are. And let's see how good it does. Boop. Wow, yeah.
There's a lot of edits in here.
But
as the editor, I can tell you.
Let's not put people through that part. But it did a great job. And so now we have our whole video chopped up, and I didn't have to spend any more time other than what the program will do for me, and I can just walk away.
Yes.
Which is amazing. But this is step one. Step one. Now, if we want to take it to the next, so let's say we are making this for social media. The next thing we want to do is now we have to format this in vertical. I could go up to window, workspaces, vertical.
Yes.
We're not doing that.
Oh.
It's okay. We're not going to do that. But this is one way in which I could do it. And then I start using my keyframes and adjusting my video all over the place if I want to. But I don't have to do that either.
What?
Yes. Yes.
What?
So it is important. Actually, let's go back here. It is important that you have your video cut up first. So that's why I wanted that to be the first step. You cannot start with a single video, but we're going to use something called auto reframe. Auto reframe is going to adjust all of your footage for you.
Ryan, do you use this
in vertical without you having to do anything?
Because this is magnificent.
Yeah, it's really cool, and I'm going to show you. It, especially if you're working in a scene with 2 people, it isn't perfect. It is something to look over at the end and just double check. But as a start, it's fantastic. So let's go up to auto reframe. You have to have your whole sequence has to be ready to be able to do this, by the way. So if you have a bunch of different projects in one sequence and you don't want to auto reframe those, I recommend just making your own sequence for the project that you 100% want to turn vertical and do it that way. No, I'm learning right now. Okay. Auto reframe sequence. Again, it will do the entire sequence. So if you don't want that, make a different one. So we're going to let that go, and we're going to choose vertical 9:16. And don't nest clips. I usually just keep that clicked because I don't need it for anything else. I'm strictly just doing this for vertical. So actually, before I do that, let's click into this scene. So you can see that I'm center. So this is pretty easy, but Drea is not. And there's a lot going on in this stuff. So let's see how well it does. Yeah.
I will say, as the cinematographer, it makes me really sad that it has to reframe it so that it is middle, because I made these choices on purpose.
You did. But if we're doing any sort of highlight reel of Ashleigh's work, or a little promo thing of a film that's going to a film festival, you want to put it on socials. That's just a necessary evil at this point. All right. So we're going to do auto reframe sequence, vertical. Yes, yes, yes. And don't nest clips. So we're going to do create, and it has done it for us. Let's see what it looks like. So again, when we're looking at something with 2 people in it, so we can see here, it can be a little difficult, which I would have to do more edits here to make sure that that works. But Drea is now centered. I am centered. And it just has done all of the things already for us without us having to do any work. Now we just go in and tweak it if we need to.
That's right.
So auto reframe is so cool and silly easy.
Yeah, this is a huge reason. This is a whole nother conversation, and maybe we can talk about this next week as to why you'll see framing. Everyone's framing everything middle of frame now, because when you're shooting, you have to think about how it's going to be broken up into clips, and anything that is too far left, too far right, even if it's like 4-shot composition, just does not translate to socials well. So that's been a challenge that we've had for cinematography when we're working for clients, that they want everything to be middle framed instead of there being some artistry in left or right framing.
And what I would say to that client is,
okay,
I would say the reason that you're thinking this, and thank you for trying to think ahead for this, but I can just do it in post. Like, you can just you can create the thing. You can still make something beautiful. It's both and. You can make something beautiful on set. You can have your gorgeous cinematography. You don't have to give that up because auto reframe exists. You don't have to do much work. You just let it do what it's going to do. And it is a very easy reframe so that you don't need to spend so much time, and you can use that doing the things that you love. So I really think that this is a great solution when, like, to this, everyone is filming or shooting everything middle frame. There's just no reason to do that because tools like this exist.
That's right. Wait, me learning about it right now makes for better TV. No, never mind. What is this? Thanks, Ryan. And Wade, it can create more work sometimes depending on the footage. That's right.
It can.
That's
it can.
right.
But it is, at least knowing what your footage is and getting a really good baseline can make it so much easier.
That's
or
right.
if you want to just do a quick highlight of some of your past work, that kind of thing, this will just do it for you. And then, so between scene edit detection and auto reframe, that would take maybe 15 minutes of my life.
Yeah.
Which is insane compared to what I would have to do if I'd have to cut everything. Something to be said at the same time, though, we are shooting with vertical in mind works better. It does.
That's right.
But it doesn't have to be that either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a time and a place for it. You know?
I agree. And now this is something that I just want to do, so I'm going to do it.
Here she goes.
I have been waiting, or I've been wanting, which I got to find which sequence it's in. I don't know. Something that I've wanted to do for a really long time is I see text on a screen and then I see the video behind it and I get really excited. I'm like, I need to know how to do this. I'm going to show you how to do it. Yeah. Now I need, our show. So I've wanted to do this for CA. So I need to find our performance. I found it.
Is the tool left-handed friendly when cutting? Oh, Arco.
Thank you for being concerned. Nothing's really left-hand friendly, but that's all right. It's okay, Ashley. All right, let's go to a part where we're actually playing a song. There. All right, so I've got my video. Now, the first thing I want to do if I'm going to impose this is I want to add text. My text.
Courtney and I are musicians, and this is from our album release show because we recorded and released a studio album last year called Hindsight. So if you're into alt rock or math rock, please go check it out.
Math rock!
We even have a song called Spring Cleaning.
So the first thing we want to do is want to add text, which I just went down here and centered it. So if it's anywhere else, if it's like, wow, you can use your align tools and center it to make sure it is. Also with something like this, you want to use really big, bold font, because if you use something thin, we would never see the video anyway. So Adobe Fonts is really good for this. And they have a really big font library. And we've talked about this before, where you can just import your fonts in and not have to restart Premiere. They'll just populate by themselves. Yes.
Amazing.
We're going to use Impact, which is a font we use all the time. Okay. So I have my text.
Behance begone. How heavily are calculator synths used in math rock? That's a great question. I'll have to look into that. Calculator synths. Can you imagine programming that?
No. Oh, there it is. It's just really tiny. I was like, where is it? All right, so let's drag this out.
Brace for impact font. Oh, great work, Fedor.
And then what I'm going to do is I want to go up into my effects, as they're right here. And I want to type in mat key, and it's going to be track mat key. This is going to be the thing that's going to put the video in the text. And I want to make sure that I am going to drag it over top of my video layer, not my text.
Video layer, not text.
Right. Dun, 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 dun. Whoops. Okay. And then I go into my effects controls now that it's on my video layer. And over here we have track mat key, where it says mat and none. We want to make sure that that is on video too, because that is where we've put the track mat key effect. Ah! It's done. It's done. Look at us go.
Dang. Look at CA in LA. Don't you love that C is in the C and A is in the A? Oh.
But I can also reposition the video in here, which I will have to do. And that's it. We're all just playing. And now if Ashley and I are going to be doing a channel trailer, which we certainly plan to.
Because we are speaking at NAB this year. So if you're going to NAB, we would love to see you at the Creator Lab on Sunday, Monday.
Yes. And so I will go in and reposition this video, but it's going to be something that's really cool to have underneath. And also I think in movie sequences, it looks very cool as well. And it's something that I just think it's such a good reveal for footage being in text. So anyway,
it feels good.
Yeah, it feels really good. That's my final thing really quick.
You showed us auto reframe, scene edit detection, and track matte keys.
That's right. Yes. But auto reframe, please use it if you have not used it. It is very cool. Excellent work. Thank you so much, Thrish. Okay, there you go. You did such a great job.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for showing us
quick tips and tricks
that we learned. Are you looking forward to any upcoming shows or films? There's this film called Hey Dad.
That's exactly what I was.
I'm pretty hyped for that. Hey Dad is our film. We are filmmakers, and Courtney and I have created over 200 short films, a feature film, music videos. We're musicians. We stream live on Twitch Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. So please come check us out over on CA in LA. Next week, tune in right here for episode 3, so 503, and we'll be here 11 a.m. next Wednesday.
Hey.
And our week 2 challenge is to design a playlist cover photo, because did you know that you can do that? If you have a playlist on Apple Music, on Spotify, you can create a cover photo for your playlist, not just a really fun, kooky name. And as we've been getting ready to release a new cover album, we were playing around in Express, and I think that that's what we're going to show you next week, is unveil the cover art for our new cover album coming out. Yeah,
that's exciting,
which is awesome. Jacob, thank you so much for doing such a great job holding down the fort. Ryan, thank you for vibing. Y'all, make sure that you tune in to Adobe Live here an hour ahead of time, because then you'll get to see Ryan's show.
And we need to see Ryan's show.
File new. And it goes such a long way in supporting creators like Ryan and ourselves to keep doing this thing and sharing our insight and knowledge. Please make sure that you like this video. Go check out Ryan's video. We will be live on Twitch at CA in LA at 7 p.m. Pacific tonight. And we've got 2 YouTube channels that we'd love for you to go check out. We've got CA in LA, where we just posted a new cover either this morning or Thursday, tomorrow morning. And then we have a brand new film YouTube that we just launched, and it would mean the world for you to go check out, called the Indie Film Archives.
Yes.
So go love on her.
Yes. And again, if y'all have not done it, please make sure you like this video and subscribe to Adobe Live on YouTube. We would greatly appreciate it. And we will see you all next week, Wednesday, 11 a.m. PDT.
Thank you so much for vibing. Have a lovely, lovely rest of your day and rest of your week. You stay safe, and the future of Warner Brothers Discovery waits. We'll see you soon.